His first touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone, but their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, shut them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
As Darius Slay continues to improve in the quarterback position, he may live up to his own nickname as the Slaymaker.
Second down now after the pass completion. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Oh, spinning away. Just a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll go for it with Bell. It's a gain of 5, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them up and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
On first down, Goff. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
At the end of one, 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This present NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
Everyone's got four down.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell.
Green 39.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense. Still second down.
Double tight. No. 3 down.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. To throw on second down is gone. Cruz has it over the middle. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Third down now following the completed pass. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it with Bell. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
You know what? Now and then it pays to take chances in this league. You can't play everything by the book. You're on your own side of the 50, but all you need is a few short yards. And they're able to convert to keep the drive going.
Double tight. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. Set. Green.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw. Gone. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They slot Gronkowski outright.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Hey, we got 3 down. 3 down. Now let's go. Green. 39. Green.
Now Goff on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Fresh set of downs here.
Double tight. Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green. 39.
And now it's 2nd and goal. Now Bell shreds the tackle, and he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. Here's Goff, and this is going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it was a drive that seemed to go on for an eternity, forever. Our sponsors were probably saying, hey, we need to get our products in here on these commercials. But after all of that, 3 points as a result.
Yeah, it's hard to say who came out ahead there, isn't it? On one hand, you kept the defense out there a long time. But after controlling the ball for so long and just moving the ball incrementally down the field, a field goal seems like a bad result.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He's got the second-team All-Pro from a year ago, Greg Olsen. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now a first down throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the second-rounder, Von Bell. And they'll set up shop. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down now after the incompletion. Second and 10. Goff again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Throwing on third. Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So the defense forces a 3 and out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on first down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became second and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went third and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end the drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. Now a carry here for Terrence West. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
This is taken around the 12. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both the Browns and the Patriots haven't figured out yet how they're going to move the ball through the air. The defenses on both sides have kept points off the board, and it will be interesting to see if they can keep that up. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Browns with the football early first. The pass ends up being picked off. Bowman's in position, and he is the one who comes away with the ball. Now following the pick, here the pass would be completed into coverage, and it leads to a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. About halfway through the second, Cruz is wide open, able to make the grab, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. Browns will stall out and settle for a field goal. Patriots have it late in the second. Stafford's going to complete the pass, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 47-yard line. An interception would get the defense off the field. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Gott.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
They'll run the counter with Murray. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They go with Murray again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And it's brought in by Pitta. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. 8
yards to go here on 2nd down. throw on second down is Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's West. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Cruz has it over the middle. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
The play clock's running down. To throw is gone. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Quite the uptick here from last week as the numbers show. I guess if you're a coordinator with how much you base your offense around a guy like this, do you say this week, we're going to get him involved early, we have to?
No doubt about it. You know, a lot of guys script their plays to start out. I think in their script, out of the first
Just
5
wrote his
plays,
name on there.
4 of them were right to him. Get him the football, get him involved early. That'll help the overall offense.
Certainly not the numbers that he was hoping for. Rough last week, rough again here.
And I've got to tell you, I'm surprised because I'm used to guys bouncing back from tough performances, but right now it appears he's in a little bit of a rut. So whoever the guy is on the team that he trusts the most, whether it's the coordinator, the quarterback's coach, one of his friends.
Pep talk.
Yeah, it's pep talk time. It's time to get into his head a little bit and try and see if he can get him straightened out.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
And now a first down following that long gain. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. Play clock winding down. Goff looking to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Great protection. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Now Stafford. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a play fake here on first down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Wide open receiver complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Stafford now on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New England defense gearing up to take the field. They've certainly got something to build off of. They had the interception last time out.
And now they have to just make sure they're cognizant of not trying too hard for interceptions. Once you get one, it makes you a little more antsy to try and get another one. Now they got to be careful of double moves, different things like that against them. But they like the momentum that they've begun to build.
We'll see if they can keep that momentum going. And he's brought down after a good gain. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
They come out here in the eye.
3-19.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run here. This is James Starks. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Hurry up. Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
Good. Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing now, Goff. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And they'll get it up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Set. Green 30.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if it's the game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
319. 319.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Goff. He's got Cruz complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go now.
Now Bell. Oh, jumping over. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.